Hi, and welcome to New Shoes. I created this channel to raise awareness of bullying within schools and elsewhere, because I hope eventually this channel will have a widespread effect. But until then, I will be conducting interviews with students of different backgrounds to hear about their bullying experiences. As you're about to see, the first interview that I conducted was with two girls from England who were willing to share their story. What this whole thing is about is talking with different students how bullying has affected them, what they've witnessed, and what effect that might have on a person. So, is there any particular bullying story you can think of at the moment?
Just some girls ganging up on one girl. One person started it and they just followed suit, but they didn't have a reason to do it. It was just like continuous name calling, really.
What do you think you could do as a witness to prevent bullying, what you'd like to see others doing?
Stand up to them, make sure that they know that they're not going to get everyone on their side, because that's what they want. They just want power, and they want people to back them up, but if they've got people countering that, then they become weaker. I think a lot of people are just scared because they don't want to end up being bullied themselves.
It is good to remember that the stuff that does happen in high school, usually you forget about. But for some people who take things a bit more personally, it can leave them with some scars that follow them around for the rest of their life. So this whole channel is called New Shoes because I based it off of the saying, you don't know a person until you've walked a mile in someone else's shoes. So one thing I like to add is asking a person what their favorite or most comfortable pair of shoes are. Is there a specific type of shoes?
Cheap and comfy.
What about you, Rebecca?
Shoes.
Yeah.
New Balance.
So, Rebecca, do you have any story?
Yeah.
Yeah?
There was one of my friends and he made a new group of friends. They were like classed as the popular group. And he'd only been friends for a month. And then we were walking down the corridor and they made a comment saying that he was gay. Afterwards, it made him really self-conscious. I came back with a quick remark back, which they weren't expecting, and then they would like lay off him a bit, and they didn't do it again. But they were like, oh, it's just a joke, it's just a joke. But I know that like Josh is really self-conscious because like he's got eczema and he doesn't really like his appearance. I think it affected him because they thought that they were his friends.
Where did that end up?
They act like they're friends, but then they talk about him behind his back.
Is there anything anybody could do to help that situation?
I think it's just the group's behaviour. Like, they think that they're their highest status within the school and they think that they can treat anyone however they like. They think they have a lot of power. They have a lot of confidence as well. As individuals, a lot of them are all really nice by themselves. But when they're together in a group, they're horrible and like really two-faced and talk about each other. It's because when they're together they're more powerful than when they're alone.
Do you think it is possible for there to be a school environment where there isn't any kid who feels bullied?
I think there are some people more sensitive and vulnerable, so even if someone was just saying it as a joke in a nice way, it could still like upset them. Like if it's something to do with their appearance.
When you feel comfortable with a person as a friend,
yeah,
those kind of comments become okay because you know what they really mean. But when you don't know a person as well, you have to be extremely careful. Last thing, I want to present a challenge.
I think to aim to make at least one person smile each day.
Figure out a way to make some person, maybe someone you don't really know all that well, to figure out a way to make them smile. Well, thank you guys so much for participating in this video. And then I ramble incoherently for a while. But before I end this video, I'd like to clarify that the saying, you don't know a person until you've walked a mile in their shoes, really inspired one of the messages that I'd like to send. We shouldn't judge a person before we know their story. Thanks so much for watching, and please like and subscribe.